Hey, what's up guys? It's ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we are looking at a community replay. This community replay we are playing in the Tier 10 British light cruiser, the Minotaur. Now this Minotaur is being played by yours truly, Synighte, who is in the Bias clan. This is going to be a great game, as you can probably tell by the title. But it's going to feature some classic Minotaur gameplay, utilizing the smoke. We are not that ballsy today in using the radar, but that's okay. So if you'd like to send us a community replay, send it to BIAworldofwarships@gmail.com, as you see it on the screen. Please include your screenshots, all of them preferably, the replay itself, and then a rather short description of what occurred in the battle. And all of that is very much appreciated. So, Minotaur, what is it good at? What is it not? Well, it's good at getting shot at. That's really what the Minotaur is good at. It's good at getting shot at, but it's also good at just completely farming ships that want to go any amount of broadside. As soon as you start showing your side in the against the Minotaur, he will just love you so much, because that means that, well, he is getting shot and he's probably getting citadeled. He's doing 4K a pop, even more sometimes, with his amazing short fuse British AP. And then, as we can see here, this Moskva has not gotten himself in a very particularly good position. So, I mean, do we need smoke at this range? Not really. I mean, we can kind of dodge Moskva shells as they come, and, well, first salvo 5K, then another 5K, and then another 2K, and then, well, we've made it to our island, so now there's another 4,500, and then another, oh, I mean, it just keeps going up. I feel like I'm one of those auction people that talk really fast, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, we could have probably farmed a little bit more off this guy had we not actually been so aggressive getting to the island. But, of course, if you look on the other side of the map, there was a Yamato, and I think there's actually two Yamatos over there, so you do have to be careful. But it's okay, we're still getting some shots off, most of which are just detonating on that island. But that's the beauty of the Minotaur. You can lob shells over the island, because these are smaller caliber guns, only 152s to be exact, so you do have quite poor shell arcs, but when the shells come down and hit, as you've kind of seen, they tend to do very good damage. However, as soon as a target starts to get saturated, then it really doesn't get a lot of damage. As you can see, we're at this point we are just completely either getting bounces or getting non-penetrations. So that's the one downside to the Minotaur. It's very, when people show broadside, you punish them hardcore. When they go bow in, you're gonna have to hope someone else is helping you out, because the Minotaur just does not have that capability to be able to take on targets one-on-one in a bow in scenario. So, what perks would I recommend on the Minotaur? Well, we can see that the Synighte has priority target, that's for sure. He's got AFT also. He's also got Superintendent. I'm assuming Adrenaline Rush. Since he is running Smoke, I could probably also assume not Jack of all trades. I mean, he might be running Jack of all trades, I don't know. But he could also be running something like Smokescreen Expert, which increases the radius of your smokescreen, which is actually quite viable on the Minotaur. Actually, let me check his email. Let me see if he did include any. No, he didn't. He didn't get any give any signs of Captain Perks, but we can just assume that he's a good player. You don't need IFHE, so that's good. So we know we've got AFT and concealment, and I reckon his last perk, it could be manually AA. I don't know. Could also be more competitive setup where you've got BFT instead, uh, instead of manual AA. So you've got like superintendent, then basic firing training, and then demo expert Keck. No, I'm just kidding. You can do a lot of things with the Minotaur actually. Depending, it's kind of counterintuitive. You would think, okay, well, I've only got really one playstyle, just smoke up, but you actually have a good variety of choices. So here we are. Looks like either hydro or radar. No, it could be hydro. It could actually be hydro or radar from the Salem. But luckily for us, there's no battleships over here. All the battleships have congregated to the other side of the map except for that Kurfürst. We don't know where that Kurfürst is, and let me give you a hint. It's going to be a little bit later before that Kurfürst shows up. Hint, hint. So we're kind of in a interesting position here. If that Salem does decide to come around the corner, then it could be bad, but it doesn't look like he's doing that. So pretty much all we have to do is just angle to this Moskva, and well, he's a broadside Moskva. It doesn't look like has any desire to be shooting at us at the moment. But look who decided to come out. Surprised that wasn't a one-shot, honestly. But two-shot does the job just as well. No clue what the Gearing was thinking. He's like, haha, I've been stealthed up for 20 seconds because Minotaur Hydro just went down. Well, buddy, I hope you learned a lesson. So with a recent change on this map, this island doesn't actually cover you all that well anymore. So we're gonna have to be careful here, not getting penned by that Salem. We notice that the Rune has also moved over towards sea. The Moskva is really the only threat here, except for that sneaky Mogami. And well, he does hurt. Mogami does hurt. Mogami with IFHE, which is the build that guy is running right now. At least I hope. He does hurt, but Minotaur hurts even more if you do want to go broadside. So be careful, Mr. Mogami. You might regret it. So if we are going to, at any point, decide to smoke up or smoke into the cap, now would be the time. And then a Fletcher gets spotted. I don't think Synighte has realized that. He's been too focused on killing that Mogami, which I don't blame him. And boy, now is a great time to go charge that smoke. Just kidding, radar or hydros popped. So, I mean, you guys might be saying like, okay, so why did you pick this replay Spider? Why? Well, it's gonna come in a little bit. The initial part, the initial game at sea on Northern Lights. Northern Lights is usually pretty slow, especially if you go to sea. The reason being is that there's just too many islands, and it's hard for a lot of ships to maneuver. So you do have to, and it's too early in the game to, you know, be putting a lot of pressure on certain places of the map. So with that being said, well, we are down to 4, 6, 7 ships, or we're down 6 ships technically, in comparison. So I honestly don't know where this game is going. I mean, it's gonna be, to get a comeback from here would be more than impressive. More than impressive for sure. We'll have to see if this actually turns out. Now this play here is actually quite interesting. We're not going to be going around that corner for that Moscow. It looks like our gearing has decided otherwise. We're actually going to rotate back towards D. And this is, I like this play because you were last spotted going towards this Moskva, and at the very least you're maybe going out here. I like this play because you're not spotted. The Fletcher's pissed off to somewhere else. The Salem thinks you're going to be going over here. So this, you can actually surprise the Salem quite nicely if you choose to do so. So I do like this play very much. It looks like the Salem is still here though. So we'll have to see. And oh my gosh, our team is just falling apart. Let's see what we can do here to try and salvage this game. And this is actually a good replay for just that. When your team is just completely thrown, what to do. That is the situation. And here we go. Let's see how it turns out. Salem broadside, no problem. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage, and oh my gosh, but we can heal it back. So I think we could have angled a little bit better there. Not that it really would have mattered, but, I mean, all the little bit helps, right? And we go dark. So we go dark. This Yamato could end us, though. He could end us if he aimed correctly. Oh, only one Citadel. He aimed too low. However, since he shot, and he was a little bit greedy, now he is going to pay the price of shooting and getting spotted himself. This means that Minotaur can just spam, and we finish the kill off. Now we rotate backwards towards the enemy Yamato that is the second Yamato that is deciding to come at us. And, well, we're uncontested at D, so we're capping. We put our Hydra up just in case any Mogami torps came our way, or maybe Fletcher came back and wanted to torp us. We're just going to be farming this Yamato. Get a solo base cap, and it looks like our... Oof, could have been bad. Our Kitakazi's actually doing a great job of staying alive against a Worcester and a Rune. But since this Yamato has just been completely misplaying, the Minotaur is punishing him. And even though he's trying to heal, so you're not going to be healing through that. And what do we know? Our Hydro did end up spotting some Fletcher torps, like I said earlier, huh? It's like I'm a wizard or something. I'm a guru. Since our smoke is ending, we're going to have to leave the cap. And if only we could just get a little bit more damage off this guy. And oh no, we're spotted. Targeted by 3. But if you notice on the curve first, he's not moving. He's kind of in the spawn still. The Kerfurst is AFK. The Kerfurst is AFK. We don't know where the Mogami is. The Fletcher is still spotting us. I'm assuming he's actually over here in this direction. Although he could just be here. But based on those torpedoes... Oh, no, he is in D. Okay. So, the beauty of the British light cruisers is they do get capabilities to single fire torp, and look at those torpedoes. Can we follow them? Let's follow them. Let's go off camera and follow these torpedoes, because I reckon that they might hit. Look at them. Look at these. They look like little snakes. Little snakes in the water, just going at it. I love it. Our Kitakaze ends up killing the gearing. We get spotted by the Rune. This should be an interesting engagement. So we're going to kite away. And this Rune is going to make some serious mistakes. 7k for the first salvo, 6k for the second, 4k for the next. And as soon as he starts angling, that's when the Rune is going to be more powerful. But of course, the Rune is greedy and he wants to get his rear turrets off. So we're going to take that kill with a four goal haul. My god. We also pick up a Confederate and a high caliber. And as I think Synighte maybe didn't realize here, that Kerfurst is actually okay, AFK. But we just get our torps off. And Those are all probably going to smack him right on the nose, which means that, well, since he's AFK, they're going to flood him, hopefully. Knock on wood. That's not wood, but knock on wood that they're actually going to flood, and we'll get some nice damage off that. Hopefully, well, at this point, if we just let him flood out completely, he will be sitting at actually over 300k, and there's our first flood if he floods out all together. And we're already up to 250, so half the way down. Mogami decides to shoot at us. Probably a mistake. At this point, I would want to stay on cap. I can only imagine the frustration getting off cap, because getting off cap means that you can't go back, and then the Fletcher starts shooting, and then we get the Kraken Unleash, we get the Mogami, and the Fletcher's just out of range and behind the island. We're still flooding out that Curfirst nonetheless. We're completely out of heals though, and this is about where it wraps up, unfortunately. If we could have stayed on D, maybe we could have continued shooting at the Fletcher, maybe killed him. We're likely going... Ooh, Fletcher came back for whatever reason. We don't know why this is. Curfirst is still flooding out though. Can we get the kill? Will it actually be a mistake not shooting at that Curfirst at all? I wonder. Because I would have been shooting at that Curfirst too. But he should be dead any minute here. The Mogami only had like 2k HP, so... Oh. Unfortunately, that Curfirst lives. The Fletcher's still in trouble. Can we at least kill this guy? It looks like we will be able to kill this guy just in time for the game, before the game ends. We end up getting the kill. Come on, Synighte, turn your guns, kill the Curfirst, give yourself more time. 208 HP. What are the odds? We only need one shot here. Should do the trick. We're going to continue shooting more because, well, we have to. Unfortunately, after we get this kill, it's going to be the end of the game. We end up getting a Liquidator, which is nice. We're going to cap this, but unfortunately, the Worcester ran and hide, and I mean, rightly so. Synighte, you did a great job. Even though the Curfirst was AFK, you did do a very nice job of killing all those ships. 7 ships in particular. So we're going to cap out here. I'm just going to speed this replay up, because this is the replay here. Alright, so looking at the post-battle results. Well, we ended up with 318k, which was an outstanding game, and albeit we did farm 105k from the Curfirst. Okay, I understand. Still, even if we did, it still would have been an amazing replay, right? 213k without that full health kill. Still, again, fantastic game. 960,000 credits received. Confederate Dreadnought, Kraken, Liquidator, 4 goal haul. That's a tongue twister. And a high caliber. 5 torpedo hits, 7 ships killed, 6 citadels, 2 solo camps. We camped D twice. We spotted 7 different targets throughout the course of the battle. Well, 2433 base XP on the losing team. Our team was just complete trash. It is what it is. Sometimes you just get trash teams like this. But Synighte, very nice replay here. You deserve a little golf clap for you there, sir. Detailed report. We took 78k. Could have been worse. We could have taken 80 and died, but nonetheless, a very nice game there. Had a third of the team's capture points, and again, almost got a wither. Almost got a wither. Look at that. Almost got a wither. That would have been nice for sure. And even without, if we had a premium count, holy cow, 1.3 million credits after taxes. That is quite amazing. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I hope you learned something, you know, kind of how to, I guess, farm damage at the end of the game when your team has just completely thrown at the beginning. So I hope you guys learned at least something from this replay. If not, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later.